Alright, how y'all doing? This is Teddy Graham again. As I said, I was going to do a second one of these videos. There's not a whole bunch of lines in this one. There's like 4 or 5. So, unlike the last one, which turned out to be twice as long as the actual battle, this time I'm going to keep it real short. So no intro, no bullshit. Obviously, this is Teddy Graham. Let's get into the first clip.
Now, when I'm through with this session, I'm going to deepen his depression and slow his career. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that when I'm done raping and murdering this dude, I'm going to leave the U chopped and screwed.
Alright, for that line, there's about 3 things going on at once. I said I'm going to leave the U chopped and screwed. I'll first off admit that the way I set that line up really wasn't that dope, but I feel like I should have gotten at least, yay much reaction. So, how that line goes is, obviously, if you've heard music that's chopped and screwed, they take the voices and make them ridiculously low and slow them down. So, I'll deepen the depression and slow his career. Again, weak-ass setup, I'll admit that much. But I feel like, I should have gotten a little reaction for that one. Because, not only am I talking about doing the deep and slow, but I'm also I also say I'll rape, and murder him, chopped and screwed. So it was a double metaphor. Like I said, the setup for it was pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie, but I felt like I should have got a little bit of appreciation. So like I said, keeping it short. Next one.
But the difference between our great flag and these fags is that they got no stripes and no stars. But they do have that downtown Davis swag. A bunch of squares with a few decent bars.
So similar to the last one, the setup for that one was weak. The part leading into the difference between the flag and all that, that part was weak. I think me and Khalid are going to make a video of the 10 weakest lines of this year, and that's probably going to land at number 9 or number 10. I just didn't like that. But anyways, the part about the no stripes and no stars. Come on, man. Obviously the flag has stripes and stars, and, they haven't earned any rep, and, nobody in their group stands out as great. So, whatever, I'll let that one go. But the one after that, like I was saying just now, like the last video, the setup was kind of weak. And what I mean by that is, like I said, the whole downtown Davis swag. I think I fucked y'all up because you were thinking like, oh, okay, I get it. Davis isn't hard. It's just known for squares and all that. But no, what I meant was like the geography of Davis. Like if you look at a map of downtown Davis, it's, any downtown's a bunch of square blocks. And I said with a few decent bars, like to drink at. So a bunch of squares with a few decent bars. And obviously I also mean that OGC, everybody in that clique was square, and they have a few okay bars. So, yeah, that's the basic breakdown on that one. Let's do the next one.
But when the cops came, he got scared like a bitch. Sorry, officer, just wanted to make a chicken sandwich. And they said, well, son, you can't keep the meat, but we'll let you off because you're rich. And then he cursed behind their back in Arabic, like a chicken sandwich.
Now, the first thing I will say about this line, I think I've told you this, if not, I've got to, is I think that was probably the biggest mistake he made in that battle, was after I finished the line, he explained it to the crowd. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it. But, yeah, so basically that line, the setup, I only showed you the first few is a setup. But, the line, he cursed behind their back in Arabic like a chicken sandwich. So what that means, like chicken, like scared, and then sandwich, like an Arabic witch, So he cursed behind their back, like, putting a hex on them. But he did it behind their back because he's a chicken sandwich. So that's that line. Now we're going to go old school and go to my battle with James. So check it out.
Talking about you swallow more shots of cum than sake while you cup the balls, and whether hot or cold, you down it all.
Alright, yeah, as I was saying before, in this battle, the judges were like, I think James had better wordplay in this line and all that, and it's like, I'm not saying his shit he didn't, but it's just like, I had metaphors, just nobody got them, but that's been the theme of my rap battle career so far. So that one, if any of you are familiar with sake or whatever, is that when you go to a restaurant, you order it, they ask you if you want it hot or cold. So, you get the whole shots of cum and shots of shots of cum and shots of fucking sake. You guys get that difference. But yeah, that's why I said whether hot or cold, he downs it all. So it's a little mini metaphor. I was just saying, like, people, the judges are like, oh, he just came super simple in that round. It's like, no, I didn't. And this next line will show you why. Here we go.
And when it comes to ancient art of bukkake, she's never seen anyone pick up her technique faster. But the quickness at which you take out all the belts above you is what makes you a true master.
Alright, so that line, yeah, I was explaining it to folks, like, what, I don't get it, that's just a simple-ass line. Alright, well, here you go. The quickness at which you take out all the belts above you is what makes you a true master. If any of you guys did Taekwondo or anything like as a kid, you should have got this line. And that's kind of why I was like, really, nobody got that, But, yeah, like I said, doing a bukkake, obviously, taking out the belts, of the dudes, about to nut on you as fast as you can, makes you better at it, I guess. But, also, yeah, the quickness at, the better you can, let me say this. In sparring, if you can, beat the shit out of your masters and your peers or whatever, generally in most martial arts, you progress faster. So that's what I said, is, eventually if you can beat up everybody at the gym, one day you will be the master. So that's what I'm saying. So the quickness at which you take out all the belts above you, the superior black belt and brown belts and all that, that's what makes you a true master. So that was that one. Here we go.
Alright, so this next one's between me and you, because the rest ain't gonna have a clue. When I say it's like Pokemon Red and Blue, when I had you boo, cheat to get the Master Balls.
Well, as you can see, that line was so far ahead of its time that, as you can see, I'm already dressed for work and ready to go. No, I'm just fucking with you. I fucked up and forgot to do the breakdown earlier, so I'm going to keep it short. That one right there, if you've ever played Pokemon Red or Blue, there's an island where the fucking fire dojo is. I don't remember it for the life of me, so I know the real Pokemon fans are about to crucify the fuck out of me for that. But anyways, if you go on that island and you use this surf move along the coast, you can encounter Pokemon, of course. And one of the Pokemon you might encounter is actually an error, and it's called Missing No. So you fight him, he's weak as shit, you beat the shit out of him, and then when you look at your inventory, the 7th item in your inventory has been duplicated, like times 99. I think the actual number is something like, I want to say like 114 or something like that. Actual uses. So anyways, in the game, there's something called the Master Ball, where, if you throw it at a Pokemon, no matter how good they are, no matter what, it catches them, Or most of the time, you have to beat them up a little bit and then throw the Pokeball at them and get them while they're weak. Master Ball, you throw it at them full health, done deal. You only get one, though. So that's what people would do, and that's what I did. You go, you surf the island, you get unlimited Master Balls, and you go out and catch them all, But, yeah, and then also, I said, I'm his bitch's master, so, she cheated on him to get my balls, the Master Balls. So that's that line. Jesus Christ, I'm always fucking up. That's that line, and now to the last line of the thing, and the whole reason I made this fucking video. Here we go, time shift, back to the past. Whoosh.
To be honest with you, they might give you 2, no joke. Because a girl like that will have those drug lords stoked. Because you can tell by looking at her she has experience swallowing liters of coke. And they'll give her a bright new future, swallowing liters of coke.
Alright, that line right there, that one line right there, is what inspired me to even do translation videos right there. That killed me. You guys all saw that. Nobody reacted. Not a single goddamn person. I'll admit I fucked up the phonation or the pronunciation for leaders or whatever you want to call it, but that killed me. Nobody reacted to that line? Really? Okay, let's run through it. A girl like that, have those drug lords stoked. Because you can tell by looking at her she has experience swallowing liters of coke. Now this entire clowning Mexico for their cartel crisis scheme missed. I'm not going to say it went overhead, I'll admit it missed. I thought it was going to get more reaction than it did, it didn't. But this one line right here really killed me. Alright, so first off, all of you who have ever heard anything about drug trafficking knows that people swallow condoms full of cocaine in their stomachs and then hop on the plane and, take them to the U.S. So swallowing liters of coke. But also, if you remember earlier, I said she was a bit chubby. So you can tell by looking at her stomach that she swallows whole liters of Coca-Cola. So that in itself was the one wordplay. But then the next one I said, they'll give her a bright new future, swallowing liters of coke. And that's leaders, Leaders of coke. You know, sucking them off and swallowing them. So it was one of those things. It's like, you know, if you didn't get the second one, maybe, you know, I said it a little fast. It was quick. It was windy. It was, you know, fucking just one of those cold nights and whatever. But, you know, the first one, yeah, you guys are killing me, man. So that's that. So yeah, that line I got no reaction for. Come on, man. Wake up next time. But yeah, that's all my lines for fucking all the battles I've been in so far. I probably will have to do one of these after my battle with Matt. But, well, we'll see. So that's all, folks. Stay up, stay educated, stay safe, and yeah, have a good night.